Now, what took the most time was actually naming everyone and creating their character cards. But it's a one-time thing, and I'll be using this tier list a lot in the future, so it will be worth it. So for more content, Stella Sora content, leave a like and subscribe. And if you're on mobile and you do see the hype button, please press on that for me. It really does help the channel. Now, I will explain the tier list first. To save you guys some time, I've already placed everyone in T3. The T3 characters, most of them are 4 stars, but yes, if you get any of these characters, they're not the best for you. Yes, as a starter team, for an example, you could use Iris in your Ice team with Chitose there. Also, another thing, I haven't placed Chitose because they didn't place Chitose in their tier list. But we all know that she's your reroll target. You want her, so just get her. She's good. Now, 4 stars are here, so T3, those are the people that are in that tier. We shall now start placing the T4 people. To start things off at T4, we shall start with Teresa. At T2, I meant. T2 Teresa. This is not the best unit in the game, as you can see, but they're not entirely bad that they fall into T3, so it's fine, they're usable T2 character. After that, we have Frisia. Now, I want Frisia for my Ice team, so it actually hurts me to find that in the CN tier list, Frisia is not the most sought after character. In fact, Ice on its own, as you will soon see, that all the Ice units are not finding much love, because we have Iris here, Shimiao here, these are both Ice units, and then we already have Teresa and Frisia just sitting there in tier 2. That means that's all for the Ice characters we have, by the way, if you weren't aware. Of Aqua, maybe nominal call it Ice Aqua. That means that if Chitose does sit, maybe she'll sit at T1 or T0. Either way, the remaining 4 Ice units in the game, they're not seeing the most love. But hey, it is what it is. This is not a tier list where I'm going to be placing my own judgment, because I haven't got most experience with these characters, so I'll just be placing them as the CN people have actually placed them. And yeah, Canis is said to be T2. Canis is said to be T2, as well as Jingling. Those are your T2 characters. Those are characters where they are fine, they're not the strongest, but they're here. So after that, the next character we have is, after that, the next character we have, we are now in the T1. We've now entered T1 territory. So yeah, to start things off at T1, at the top of T1 even, Minerva is there. Now she's of the light element, so light does see some love. Light does see some love. Ice is the only one that does not have a character at T1. We're guessing Chitose will be there, but hey, it is what it is. We keep moving. So Minerva will be sitting there at T1. And then after Minerva, we then have, what's her name? Tilia. Tilia will be sitting. So those are both 2 light units that sit there, which is kind of interesting. So maybe a light team isn't the worst thing in the world. But then my personal favorite character, Nanoha. She's of the green element. I forget what it's called, but it is what it is. It is grass, basically. It's Ventus. Yes, that's the word. Ventus character. She's actually really good, and she sits there. And then we have Anne. Really surprised me, but a really good unit. Anne, also of the Ventus element, will sit there. And then Chixia. We are now entering the fire element. Chixia is a really good unit. They put her at T1, so if you do get a Chixia, you do get a good unit, and then Ember will always be there for you to use. I know Ember's sitting at T3, but hey, you want a fire team, so if you want to make your fire team, there you have it. But not all is lost, because Flora is also there, so your team could be Chixia, Flora, and then you put in Ember in the team. It doesn't hurt anyone. Or you put Jingling, who is also a fire character, so you get those. Oh no, wait, Jingling is light. My bad. You don't have any fire character that is T2, so you do have to either go for Ember or Kashmira as your 3rd slot in that team. So yeah, and then we continue the list. Mystique. Mystique does find some love in the T1. Mystique is a T1 character, so yeah, not too bad. It's of the Umbra element, the dark element. So if you're a dark enjoyer, you do have some options with Mystique. and Corset. Corset is also a tier 1 character. So Corset will sit comfortably in tier 1, but that's the one thing that I've come to see is that in the list that I have of units, we don't seem to have a third dark unit. We do in the tier list from CN, but in the characters that we seem to have available, we don't. And I don't know the name of the character now because we don't have it in my list, but it is what it is. So those are the 2 dark units. I believe there is another dark unit, and in the CN tier list, they're sitting right here comfortably at T2. Okay, and then we have now entered the Terra element. Now for this element, to my surprise, it has an overwhelming... Now where did I put Nazuna? There you are. It has an overwhelming T0 status. Yep, that's right. Every unit in the Terra element is T0. So Earth is really powerful. Earth is really powerful. Now I will preface this and say that this tier list is based off basically things that might change when they come on to global. So let us not expect that this will be the exact power standing when they get to us. This might not be the exact power standing when everything gets to us, but if we are re-rolling, people who we expect to be in the standard banner are Gary, Ridge, and Nazuna. Hopefully they are there, because if they are there in that 20 selector of ours, then these are your targets. I believe they will be there. So if we are targeting and we want people, these 3 units are who to aim for. Now, obviously, you do want to re-roll for Chitose. Chitose is a really strong unit as our first limited banner. I will put her there at tier 0, but not just yet, because we need to test her to see that is she really falling behind just as all the other ice units are, because the ice units don't have anyone at T1 according to CN. So, and we know that they had the most waiters and all that, so they should know better than us, you know. So they've got more experience with the game, they know the units more. So that's their tier list sitting right there. I do plan on improving this tier list to sort of show the elements at the top. I am looking for a good tier maker that can do that for me. If all else fails, I'm gonna have to create my own where I can show each element at the top right there so that you can see who's the best here, who's not the best there. But yes, that is it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. For more content like this, leave a like and subscribe. I will be updating this tier list to place Chitose and to move some of the units if I feel like this isn't accurate for the global launch. So that's it for the video. Leave a like, subscribe. If you're on mobile, hit that hype button, and I'll see you guys at launch. I will be streaming at launch, so look forward for that.